People often ask the question, is the American dream dead? I believe the moment we stop dreaming, we might as well be. Hi, I'm your host, Craig Sewing, the creator of American Dream TV, a national TV show centered around real estate, lifestyle, and culture. A real show showing you real neighborhoods from real professionals. Today, we're going to take you all across the country, showing you why we live in the greatest country on the planet. Let's get this show started right now. Welcome to the American Dream.
The American Dream.
You're watching The American Dream?
The American Dream.
Showing you the real estate, the lifestyle, the culture.
Let's get this party started right now.
Let's go do this.
It is heating up once again.
We're the Davids going up against the Goliath. Real stories in real neighborhoods with real experts.
The staple of the neighborhood. Can't wait to present it to you.
It's all about lifestyle.
In your community.
That's what this show, The American Dream, is all about. Cheers to your American Dream.
Welcome to American Dream TV, and I'm your host, Jamie Brosco-Smith. And today I wanted to shine a spotlight on my hometown of Upper Darby. We're actually standing on Riverview Farms, which is now Arlington Cemetery, and we're gonna head over to one of the original houses on the Underground Railroad. Upper Darby is one of the largest townships in the state of Pennsylvania. And what makes it so special is its rich blend of history, its vibrant diversity, the arts and music culture, as well as the food. Right now, I am standing at Riverview Farms, and this was one of the stops on the original Underground Railroad. Upper Darby actually has a walking tour with 8 documented stops, and one of the original homes is behind me right now. This site was formerly part of Fernland Farms, a stop on the Underground Railroad, and was the home of Isaac Garrett, a key figure in the Underground Railroad and relative to Thomas Garrett. Fernland Farms was divided by the Garrett family from the original Riverview Farm. Harriet Tubman was a frequent visitor and friend of the Garrett family. Isaac Garrett's home at Fernland Farms was recognized by the National Park Service as a site on the Underground Railroad network to freedom. In addition to this home, the cemetery also has a museum dedicated to the Underground Railroad and greenhorn gardens open to the public outside of summer months. So all that talk about history made me super hungry. And if you're looking for amazing barbecue with even more amazing people, you have to check out Wilson's Secret Sauce in Upper Darby. Not only were they recently featured on Gordon Ramsay's show, they also make regular appearances on our local radio station, as well as are celebrating their 8th year in business. I'm here with my friend, Steve Wilson. What made you get into this business?
I was a mechanic catering on the weekends, and we just got a little too big to do it out of the house. So we decided to open a restaurant. Isn't that what everybody does?
Right. I'm like, you're here.
Right.
And name some of the highlights of your menu.
Our brisket for sure. And then we have a lot of vegan and vegetarian options too.
It's great for me.
Right.
You guys are very involved in the community. We appreciate you so much. What are some of the things you're involved with?
We collect canned food items all year. We have a clothes drop, so we live here. So we're trying to just support our community and our neighborhood as best as possible.
So we just enjoyed an amazing lunch at Wilson's, and I'm here with my best friend and neighbor, Tamika. So how long have you lived in the neighborhood?
I've lived in Delaware County for 21 years.
What are some things you like to do in the community as far as like helping out and getting involved?
I like to participate in the annual program of MLK Day. Also like to help with the block cleanup. So we try to do that on a regular. One of my favorite things is to go to the restaurants and the bars in the neighborhood. And for that peace of mind, I also like to walk around near the creek and take strolls in my neighborhood.
We definitely have a lot that we can do right in our own backyard. We've had a lot of fun nights, listening to live music and just having a good time at local places. Thank you for taking the time to get to know my hometown of Upper Darby. We started at Riverview Farm, and we were able to go to an original home on the Underground Railroad. And then we headed over to Wilson's Secret Sauce, where we got to meet with the owner, Steve Wilson, learn a little bit more about what he does for the community, and have an amazing lunch. My name is Jamie Roscoe Smith, and until next time, this is American Dream TV.
Welcome to the American Dream TV. I'm your host, Kelly Stain. Today, I'm outside Philadelphia in Collegeville, Pennsylvania at Evansburg Vineyard and Winery. From live music to workshops to wine tours, there's so much to see here. Let's go take a look around. In 2020, the owners Lily and Yuval created their first batch of wine, and in 2021, they opened the winery. The vineyard sits on 1 acre and hosts 890 Chardonnay vines. In addition to their estate white wines, they source grape varieties that are developed to suit our climate in Pennsylvania and New York. One of the things I love about Evansburg Winery is they love to support other small businesses, such as local breweries, chocolate makers, and handmade items. So Yuval, thank you so much for having me at your vineyard. This is lovely. And thanks so much for the tasting. I can't come to a winery without tasting the wine. So tell me a little bit about what I'm having here and just about your journey as a winemaker.
All right, so let's start with the wine.
Okay.
So what you have here is kind of a good sample of the different wines we make here. Dream is basically our signature wine, comes from our estate vineyard over there. The grape that is made of is called Chardonnay. It's a French-American hybrid. It's a combination of Chardonnay and Cheval Blanc, which brings the Native American heritage into the mix. Then you have Serenade. Serenade is a rosé wine made from Marquette grapes. You have Harmony, which is basically a dry red wine made of Cabernet Sauvignon and Petit Verdot, kind of a Bordeaux-style blend. Those are Bordeaux varieties. And finally, the last one is Fantasy. Fantasy is also made from the Chardonnay grapes. And this wine is finished just slightly sweet for the people who prefers a little bit more sweeter wine, so finished with about 2% sugar.
Very exciting. I can't wait to taste. Tell me about your journey getting here. Yeah.
So it's kind of, obviously, for us, for both of us, it's a second career. We both had our career in the biopharmaceutical industry, doing biomedical research. About 12 years ago, I had a co-worker. He gave me a present. He had an extra wine carboy, like a large 5-gallon carboy to make wine. And he asked me if I want to make wine at home. And I said, yes, why not? And that's how this journey started. So we started making wine in our basement. I tried to learn a little bit more about what it takes to make wine, read some literature. I volunteered in a few wineries, took some formal education in winemaking. And in 2018, we purchased this property right here that used to be a horse farm, actually, where we planted the vineyard over there. It's where the pasture used to be, so that's where the horse grazed, and that's why we decided to put our vineyard. We had actually a barn here that we ended up repurposing as our storage space for case storage and other equipment, and obviously we built everything that you see around here pretty much from scratch. It's all dirt.
After we opened in 2021, we had a very limited food menu with pizza, with one pizza oven. We purchased actually from a local store, cheese platters. And people wanted more substantial foods to go along with the wine. Wine always stirs great food. Mm-hmm. They wanted more. And, we kind of started bringing food trucks, but it's very hard to bring them consistently. The cuisine is not always the best match for the wine. So eventually we decided that we're going to open a restaurant, and we decided that our cuisine would be a blend of Mediterranean food, which we cook at home, as well as more like American cuisine that our people are more familiar with. So we try to pair, again, every visual set some of the issues, whether some of the food jewelry pair with the wines that we have. So now, obviously, we have enough wine, so and kind of shame up with a good pairing suggestion for every plate, so people can come mix and match, and you get the works flavor with the wines.
So it looks like we are where a lot of the magic happens. Tell me a little bit about what happens in this room.
All right, so pretty much every wine, essentially every wine you taste at a winery is produced right here at our production space. Basically from grape until finished wine, including bottling, everything happens here. On this side you have our tanks. They are completely temperature controlled. We have a glycol chiller outside. You can see the insulated pipe going all across the wall and basically leading into each tank, so each tank can be temperature controlled individually. The fermentations do happen in the tank. And behind us, you see our barrels. That's where we mature our red wines. Maturation in the barrel ensures that the wine ends up smooth, less bitter, and also kind of bear flavor. So it takes about almost a year for a wine to mature in the barrel, and after that we'll transition it back to the tank and boil it.
It's been an absolute pleasure sharing this local gem with you. Thanks for joining me, and I hope to raise a glass with you soon.
Hi, welcome to the American Dream. I'm Gina Anderson, your host today, and we're in the beautiful downtown of Kennett Square, Pennsylvania. It was founded by the Lenape tribe back in 1700s, and it's also known as the mushroom capital of the world. Let's go explore. So we're right here near Portobello's restaurant, which specializes in mushroom dishes. This region produces over 500 million tons of mushroom per year. Over here we have the mushroom cap, which is basically everything to do with mushrooms. We have a cigar shop, we have a bakery, we have 3 or 4 adorable dress shops where you can find trendy, contemporary kind of clothes, my kind of thing. Fell Creek Outfitters. Kennett Square is very near the Brandywine River, so a lot of people do canoeing, kayaking. We have a toy shop, which if you have children or grandchildren, perfect to go in and get a cute little puzzle. We have Beauvais Jewelers, which has very high-end jewelry, beautiful diamond bracelets, that sort of thing. So I'm here with Linda Steller, who is a part of the Phillips Mushroom Farms group, and we're just going to ask Linda some questions. So first, could you just tell me a little bit about the history?
The house was built in 1828, and it came into the Phillips family in 1890. My grandfather started the business in 1927. We're a 4th-generation family business.
I've just heard so much about the medicinal properties of mushrooms, so I know you have some coffee, so just tell me a little.
We make coffee locally with Golden Valley Coffee in Westchester. So it's their coffee, and then they take our grown and dried lion's mane mushrooms and put it into the coffee. So you're getting the benefits of both. We also do it in a maitake. So again, their coffee with our grown and dried maitake.
Lion's mane has some
the lion's mane has great medicinal properties. They're finding that it's able to cross the blood-brain barrier, so it's good for your brain to regenerate nerve growth, looking at it for Alzheimer's and Parkinson's and just common memory.
Right.
It's just really healthy for your brain, and then it's also good for your gut. Here, the maitake is good to boost your immune system, and it's good for your heart. All of the mushrooms, from the white button mushroom on through, all have nutritional and health benefits to you. Yeah, they're all good for your health and good for the planet.
Right. Well, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. And
thanks for visiting.
Yes, thank you. We are actually in a mushroom growing house. You will see it's just rows and rows of soil with mushrooms growing in it. The little mushrooms are about this tall. Some are smaller, but This is a free event that you can bring your family and kids to actually see how the mushrooms are grown. So pretty cool, pretty worth your time. Thank you so much for being with me as we've gone through Kennett Square and out to the Phillips Mushroom Farm. You can see that Kennett Square is just a vibrant, charming, lovely town with a lot of history. I just invite you to come back to our next segment, a new story, a different destination. I'm Gina Anderson, your host, wishing you a really good afternoon.
Hey you guys, Ty Allen here of Unity Concord Real Estate with another episode of American Dream. We are here to meet a true treasure in our area, and I want you to meet her with me. We're here at Treasure House Fashions. Come on, let's take a look. So, Sally, I'm so happy that you allowed us to come and tour your awesome space. In addition to knowing a little bit about sort of what Treasure House Fashions is, what was the overall thought of putting this together when you first started this?
There was no thought about how to put this together. I was navigating a divorce.
Okay.
And in that process, I inherited over $200,000.
Okay.
Worth of debt. I was well compensated as a teacher, and I loved teaching for 36 years. But with the debt, the legal fees, and raising 3 kids with no child support, I was running $300 to $400 short every month.
Wow.
So that was a rough place. This is what happened. I bought a little tiny resale shop. It was only 850 square feet, thinking surely this will be just enough to keep my head above water. And then it grew.
And it continued to grow.
And it continued to grow. So from that tiny spot, we moved to another spot.
Okay.
And then from that spot, we bought this house 12 years ago.
Wow. Okay.
Bought it.
Okay.
Bought it.
Okay.
And so this has been a wild, divine adventure. In the last 9 years, we've given away approximately $500,000 every year.
Wow.
And that is calculated at our deeply discounted resale prices, not actual value of the building.
Yeah.
So we have made a phenomenal impact in the community. And what a lot of people don't realize, and this is actually a nationwide trend, is that 61% of all poverty in Allegheny County, 73% in the metropolitan area, is in the suburbs, not the city. Because people are just going through tough times.
Yes.
So suburban poverty is a very real thing. But in suburban poverty, there's that very thick layer of shame that people don't want their neighbors to know that I am one paycheck away from sliding down that very slippery slope and being in financial crisis. So we are a long-term resource for women. Clothing is the means, though, not the mission. The heart is really affirming the worth of women on challenging journeys.
Exactly.
That's what we're all about.
I am a fan, as you know. I say this often. You are an awesome inspiration. And I know I try to tell you that every time I see you. When I saw you at the awards, everyone's like, no, Sally, come. So I want to make sure, like, you are aware, while you're on this plane, sort of the impact that you're having in this space, because it has impacted me personally.
Well, I often say that I'm a self-proclaimed hot mess. But my mess has become my message, because if sharing my story can help other people avoid some of the pitfalls that life can bring you, then that's what I want to do. And everybody knows, darling, that there is magic to retail therapy. I mean, when you look good, you feel good and all that kind of stuff. And it really does build self-esteem. And that is our mission, promoting the dignity and self-esteem of women, particularly women in transition and crisis. So let's do it. Let's just move move it along. And in the meantime, we're using it from resale clothing, things that are from people's closets. That's where we get the vast majority of our stuff. Only 15% of all discarded clothing is recycled.
Okay.
So fast fashion is one of the worst pollutants of our planet. But we're just not about saving the planet, honey. We're about saving the women. The soul.
So, Sally, tell me more about the mission and the impact, and what are the awards for, and how does that impact the mission?
We've gotten a lot of awards. They're ways to draw attention to the mission.
Nice.
And so I love to have people recognize that we are a long-term resource for women, that we have made a phenomenal impact. We opened our shop when there was a huge fire at Durham Apartments, at Carriage House Apartments. We were open for them, not just for that week, but on an ongoing basis, because some of them were so traumatized initially that they couldn't even think about what else they were going to do. So we've been recognized by different organizations. This is Circle of Courage, Difference Maker, other people that have just said, wow, you are here, you're a long-term resource for women in our community. And let me just say that women are the heart of the community. They're also the heart of the home.
Yes.
If men receive something like monies or something, they will certainly improve themselves. But if a woman gets something, her whole neighborhood will improve.
They will.
Because women are nurturers by nature. And so when you take care of mama, you're really making an impact in the whole community. And people have recognized that.
That's amazing.
Thank you, girl.
Hey, you guys, thank you so much for joining us on another episode of American Dream. I'm honored to actually show and highlight Treasure House Fashion. What a gem, a true safe haven for people who need it. I know you saw the passion from Sally and what the mission is for Treasure House, and they're right here in our backyard. Thank you so much again, and hopefully you'll come see the treasures that they have here. This is Ty, signing off.
Welcome to American Dream TV. I'm your host, Patricia Caritas. There's nothing quite like summer in the Lehigh Valley. Tonight, we're at Grange Park in Upper Macungie Township for their Summer Sizzle Concerts in the Park series, an event that brings together community, food, family, and fun. Let's go check it out. I'm here with Ryan, Upper Macungie's recreation manager. Can you tell us a little bit about Upper Macungie and the parks that they offer?
Sure. So Upper Macungie Township has 9 different park facilities all throughout the township, and we encompass about 500 acres.
That's awesome. So today we're at Grange Park. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what Grange Park has to offer?
So Grange Park is our biggest park at about 165 acres. It has a wide variety of different sport open field spaces, a playground, dog park, a splash pad that's membership based, 12 pickleball courts, and 6 different pavilions available for rental throughout the summer.
That's awesome. So we're specifically here at the Summer Sizzle Concerts in the Park series. Can you tell me a little bit of how this came about, how this event started?
So we were looking for other recreational opportunities for our township and a free concert series where the family can come out on a night, get some food, get some beverage, and listen to some great music. It was one of the things we heard from our residents through various feedback methods that we have to interact with them.
What's in the future for Upper Macungie and the Parks and Rec team?
So you can see a lot more of these kind of events, but we also we did a groundbreaking in September 2025, and by summer of 2026 we'll be into our Upper Macungie Township Community Lifestyle Center, 188,000 square feet of indoor recreational space for the township.
One of the best parts of events like these is getting to try local food favorites. I'm here with John, the owner of the Wicked Chef.
Hi, John. How are you today?
Fantastic. How are you today?
Great. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your business and how it got started?
We started back in 2019, October, 2 months before COVID. Didn't last too long. 10 months later, I had to shut it down. And then almost 4 years to the day, reopened it again, July 2nd of 2024. And here we are. The food trailer is new this year.
Okay.
Got it in February, so we've been trying all different things. We do the Allentown Fairgrounds every Wednesday, Grub and Groove here at Grange Park. On Thursdays, we do corporate events, corporate lunches. We're just trying to figure out what the right mix is between the restaurant and the food trailer.
That's great. Well, tell us a little bit about your menu tonight.
Tonight we have some signature sandwiches. We have the Chance, it's smoked pork. It's on a brioche roll with a pickled red cabbage. That comes with a side of Kathy's baked beans or coleslaw. And everything we do here at the Wicked Chef, we do fresh. Nothing comes out of a can. I make my own pickles, I make my own beans, slaw, everything. So the whole point of the Wicked Chef is it's our little like mom and pop restaurant, me and my wife, always fresh, always wicked. So it's just something that you can't get any other places.
I'm really excited to try it tonight. Thank you so much, John. I really appreciate your time. Events like these are just one of the reasons why Upper Macungie is so attractive to home buyers. Thanks for spending this beautiful summer night with me here at Grange Park. I'm Patricia Caritas, your host with American Dream TV. Until next time.
I hope you enjoyed today's episode of the American Dream TV. We created this show to combat negative media, to show that the American Dream is alive and well by showing you real stories in real neighborhoods. Thank you so much for watching the show, and cheers to your American Dream.